Okay, so today is July 15th of 2024, and this will be the weekly outlook as well as the daily. So on the weekly, I'm gonna try to get through this real quick. So on the weekly, we drew a gap with this week's with last week's candle close. So I'm expecting a draw into this gap, same on NQ, a draw into this gap, and then for price to draw lower. So I'm thinking maybe Monday, Tuesday, we get the generation of liquidity, meaning we get sideways moves or consolidation with new lows going into this gap. And then during, I think it's CPI, I believe. Let's take a look. Yep. Well, retail sales basically. Powell speaks today. So yeah, I'm expecting a draw into these lows, and then for price to draw higher. I'll on ES, I'm not expecting for price to draw back towards the highs, but then again, last week I made a fatal mistake that allowed me to miss out on that move. Actually, not on this one, but on this one. I'll explain it in a second. And so, yeah, I'm looking for a draw into this area, and then for prices to continue drawing higher after that. I don't know how low it would go, but I guess the best price range would be for price to draw into consequent encroachment of this gap, of these wicks, and then I'm looking for price to draw higher after that. This one, if if it gets below discount, then yeah, if it draws into discount, then that'd be great. But if it doesn't, then that's fine. Now, my eyes are set on NQ, because NQ on the weekly did not close above this gap, this candle. So looking for another sweep into these lows. I'm expecting for price to draw into constant encroachment as well as extreme discount here, and then for price to draw higher afterwards. So today I'll most likely be looking for shorts, depending on what price is. I think we gapped down given the news over the weekend. So definitely wasn't expecting that. I don't think anybody was. Um, and so, yeah, I'm looking for price to rebalance this imbalance, this busy buy side. Anyways, I forget what I can't. The actual word doesn't come to mind, but busy, BISI. Buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. There you go. That's what I mean. Okay, yeah. So I'm looking for this area to get rebalanced. Maybe get long here, and then for price to draw higher after that. I don't think we sweep these lows, but then again, I could be wrong unless we get another crazy news event. So let's go ahead and connect to the gap, to data, and see how where price is. Oh, and this is the mistake I did last week. Actually on Friday, I felt so bad afterwards, but I kept my head away from price action. Had I not been wrong on that. So, anyways, I set the dealing range, but for some reason I set it to this high, not this high, and then I had noticed that price already broke into discount. If I had not messed that up, I would have most likely got caught that long, and that's why I wasn't sold on the longs as of yet because price had not broken into discount as of yet. And again, that was a fatal mistake for me. So this week I'm going to be on the lookout for that. Yeah, that's how it was. Yeah, I didn't like this supposed sweep into discount, so I was expecting another one, or a sweep into the lower time frame discount zone, and we didn't get that. Price took off. Had I had this correctly, oh man, I would have caught that beautiful. But again, Fridays I'm least likely to trade. Fridays I don't like it, and so that's why I stayed away from the charts, and instead back tested previous week's price action all these days. Back tested. Um, so yeah, again on the daily we also have gaps. We have gaps here and here. I would like for this gap to get rebalanced. Same thing here. I would like for this gap to get rebalanced. This is high resistance, so I would not expect for price to run those highs. Price is already a consequent encroachment here of this previous daily wick. So let's see where price is at right now. So yeah, I'm looking for shorts today. I expect price to behave within this dealing range. Not sure if price draws below this low today. I would like for it to, and I think it will because we do have Jay Powell speaking at 12:30, and I don't expect for price to what's the word? Yeah, I don't expect for price to be consolidating today. Like I said, 12:30 Jay Powell speech. So I am most likely not going to trade until 13:30 after the macro. See what setup we have at 13:30, and then look to get in at the 1400 macro. So again, this is technically high resistance, but since it's they're two relatively equal highs, it might break. But again, I'm looking for shorts today. I'm not looking for price to continue drawing higher. So I'll be looking for displacement. That's the only way I'll take a trade today is if I see displacement above an old low, an old high, whether it's this high or a lower time frame high. I want to see displacement to a lower time frame. Even then, I am looking for an intermediate term high first, and then on that to see a displacement, and then for price to draw lower afterwards. So yeah, definitely. So let's take a look at the 4 hour, see where price is with that one. Okay, so on the 4 hour, we do have SMT between. Actually, no, we don't. No, we don't. Not yet. Not as of yet. Well, we do have SMT at these highs, but I would like for this pool to get taken. But I'll just have to look at. I don't need to draw anything on there. We did sweep this high as well as this high, so that might be it. But yeah, I'm looking for a sweep of a high. We are within this imbalance, so price is respecting that. It seems it has yet to close above 50% of this gap. Yeah. So let's take a look at the hourly. I think the hourly will be more defined. And we also already swept Asia, London. Yeah, we also swept Asia, London. Okay, so we do have a pool here on the hourly, and it is within an imbalance because those are the best places to get short. Is when price has an imbalance right below and then right below it, if you're looking to get short, is pool. So you have an imbalanced pool, but even so, it could be this gap right here. This gap right here with the pool being up here. So so I'll be looking for some sort of price action around here, seeing what happens where and at what time. If it happens at 10, then if it happens during the 10 macro, then I might take a short. If it doesn't, then that's fine too. We don't have anything at these lows. Price has yet to run any of these lows as of yet. So we do, but again, we do have this right here. And again, we are within a liquidity pool on ES as well. But I'm not seeing anything as of yet. We are within extreme premium of this range right here. Same thing here. Well, actually, no, right above is discount equilibrium. So I don't know. I'd like a sweep of this one. And since we're already extreme premium here, then maybe this might be the one to not break the new high. But again, we do have relative equal highs up here. So those are higher time frame liquidity pools. So if price draws higher, then here is where I would like to look to get short. Again, I'm not looking to get short until after I see the intermediate term high. And a lot of times it might just do that. It might just flush all of these stops, and it might just immediately draw lower, kind of like this one where price comes all the way down here, and no intermediate term high was drawn. And so I might get the intermediate term high up here, but again, it just has to do with structure. I need to see something on the higher time frame. On the lower time frame, I need to see old high get swept, and then for that old high to hold, and then I'd like to see some sort of sweep on the lower time frame for me to get long, for me to get short. Let's take it. So yeah, this is the dealing range right now as it stands. So yeah, I'd like for this dealing range to remain. Same with this one. Once it draws below this low, that will invalidate this dealing range, and that will set the new dealing range, which is what I will be looking for to get long. Yeah, let's take a look at the 15-minute. Let's look at the lower time frame range. Okay, so right now this is the dealing range on the lower time frame. Yep, this is the dealing range in the lower time frame. I don't see any imbalances imbalance as of yet. So yeah, actually we do have one here, but it's too small to even think about it. Same thing here. Okay. All right. So I actually do like this. Yeah, on the lower time frame, it seems a lot more, well, clearer. So if this is the high, then I would not like for this high to get broken. Yeah, I definitely like this one right here. We swept this pool here. Swept these pools. We kept on sweeping Asia, London, New York. So maybe one more sweep, and then for price to draw lower after that. But again, I'm not on the higher on the 15 minutes still higher time frame. So we do have a high here, high here, high here. So that could be an intermediate. So if this is the entry, then I definitely missed it already. But I'm not looking to trade until 10. If price sweeps these highs and that turns out to be the intermediate term high on the 15-minute instead of this one, yeah, this one could be it right here. Then I might look for another sweep here, and then for price to draw lower after that. But again, it has to occur within the macros or at a specific time. One being the 9:30, which could be the Judah swing, and or 10:30. Actually 10, which again could be the Judah swing to the highs. And so I'm not looking to trade outside of those times. I will look to trade during the 9:30 macros because last week there were a lot of opportunities at the 9:30 macro and I didn't take it. But that's my fault. That's me not following price action the way it was supposed to be followed. But yeah, I'm not looking to make that mistake this week. Last week was a really good week. Again, I was able to, yeah, the last 3 weeks, the first week was break even. The second week was break even as well. I think maybe a tiny red. I'm not too certain, but then last week made up for all those weeks, so I wasn't complaining. And so this week, like I said again, I'm looking for a sweep of the highs. This could have been it. I'm not sure. Let's take a look though. Let's see if we see displacement. And my targets will be the lows. First target will be this low. Second target will be, yeah, definitely not. Yeah, first target will be these lows. Second target will be these lows. So if that objective, if those lows are broken, then I'm not looking to take anything. Actually, given the fact that I do believe we're going to generate liquidity over the next 1 or 2 days, we might sweep these lows, reverse, and not necessarily sweep these lows, but go into that. So I'll be looking for short opportunities. I'm not looking to get long this week. Actually, not to get long until we get to discount or equilibrium, which is right here. And even then, I'm still looking for low prices, which is down here. So same thing here. I'm looking to get along in these areas. This is the previous week low actually, and I'd like to get this sweep. So into this area, this would be equilibrium, and this is extreme discount. This is equilibrium on NQ. So yeah, um, NQ is definitely the better of the two in my opinion. So we'll see how price reacts. But yeah, that's my outlook. That's my plan for today. We'll see what happens going into the day. Uh, if the if the move comes before Powell speaks, then I would be surprised. Um, so between now and Powell, I would like to see uh, I'd like to see sideways ranges with a lot of wicks, because that to me tells me that it's trapping a lot of buyers and sellers. And then after his speech starts, we'll get to see how price action really does. And the way you look at that is by seeing a well drawn 5 minute or 15 minute, um, or even in this case, this is a 1 hour, a 5, 15, or 1 hour high or low get swept, and then to see what price does afterwards. So today I'm looking for, yeah, today I think price will be fluid. I think we'll see great price action. So I'm gonna keep my mind open for that. Uh, but still nothing on the 15 minute. Let's take a look at the 5 minute. Yeah, this is definitely a good short. If this is the intermediate term high, I don't think it is though. So we'll see. Because price is reversing, we are extreme discount of this range. Okay, yeah. So again, like I said on the higher time frame, also, yeah, it also, geez, what's the word? It also works on the lower time frame. So I would like for this dealing range to get violated. Same with this one, this dealing range to get violated, and then for me to see the short after that. Um, I don't see anything here. Let's take a look here. Nothing either. All right, we do have SMT here. You know what? I like this setup. I like this setup. Let's take a look at the 1 minute. Yeah, I like the setup. All right, I'm gonna try to take it before the price takes off without me here. Okay, here we go. Okay, I want to take it right here. All right, let's take it. Okay, right there. Right there. Oh, geez, what happened to the? Oh no. What was the trick? Here we go. Ah, perfect. I don't want to show my account stuff, but I am currently long. So let's go ahead and change that. It never does that. There it is. Okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this actually would have liked it here because this is the breaker. Um, yeah, this is the breaker right here. Then we have a gap, which it has held. And we have this right here. Yep, there we go. So yeah, I'd like for price to draw higher from here. So we'll see. Only using one contract. If price comes down to here, then I'm gonna get in longer. If price closes below here, then that's my stop. Okay. All right. Yeah, this one was definitely it. I should have limited ordered here. So that's why I'm only in one contract. I'm looking for Yeah, I'm looking for this high to get broken, so I'll be targeting 5694. There we go. Okay. Oh, and the SMT I'm talking about is geez, I forgot to close this. All right. And I am also in on another account. Uh, you know what? Let's just do it. I'm also in on this account. So let's see what price does. I would have liked to get a better price, maybe down here. So we'll see. I think if price doesn't break this high and we head into the 0830 open, we might get another chance to add. So that's what I'll be looking for. Again, my stop are these lows. Technically, it should be down here, but I don't expect price to come back down to these areas since if the SMT works. All right. You know what? Let's set the stop here because sell stop limit. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna set the stop limit here, because the risk reward is good, especially with one contract. If price comes down to here, then I'll add another one. That way, my average will be around here. But again, I want fast price delivery. Something not that one. I think it was a few days ago. I'm not really sure which one it was. Oh, here it is, right here. Not as fast. Okay, here we go. This one. So something like this. Quick delivery into these highs. Um, so okay, perfect. All right, I like it. Um, okay, so we just swept this high. I don't expect this setup to hold. So I would expect price to draw higher from here. Might take a little longer than yeah. I think at 9:30, if price doesn't deliver immediately at 9:30, then I got to get out. So what am I risking actually? I'm risking three. Okay, 3 points. Yeah, that's definitely acceptable. I'm risking 3 points to make what 87. What 8 9 points? 7 points. So yeah, I would definitely like one more shot to add. But if I don't get the chance to add, then that would just be too bad. All right, I don't need this anymore. Let's see if we can add it somewhere. Go. Nope, not seeing it. All right. Yeah, I was trying to add the breaker, but yeah, this is the breaker from here to here. So price should draw higher from here. And if, let's see, let's take a look at the uh, standard deviations. Standard deviations. There we go. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm holding it to until we get 4R. So darn, I definitely would have liked to add, but didn't get that chance to. That's my fault. I was talking way too much. So let's just watch price. Once again, with SMT, if price fails to break a new low on whichever indice you're looking at, that means that the market makers are keeping price from reaching those lows, and so they're actually looking to liquidate these highs first before price does decide to go lower. I want to see how price closes here. Price should close bullishly. Let's take a look at the 5-minute. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so we have about 4 minutes until the close, until the open. Uh, if price comes down back into here, then that's fine too. But until we get a sweep of this high, then I'll keep this the stop here. Yeah, I would have definitely liked to add another maybe two, because I would cover the first two here, and then leave the last one for to cover up here. So yeah, I definitely want lower move, higher move, and then after the sweep happens, that's when I want to see the setup. Let me set the buy here. Sell, I mean. I'm wondering if I should leave it up to here. Uh, you know what? I'm not going to take the chances, so I'll sell it here. Yeah, it kind of hurts that I didn't see it here. I should have zoomed in. That's my fault again for talking too much. So let's see what happens here in about 30 seconds. These two are deviating from each other, but again, this is the one I like, the setup between this high and this high. Okay, looks like we're getting that move. If it comes down here, I'm not gonna add anymore. I'm just gonna leave it there, because I want to see price draw immediately higher. So we'll see what we get. 15 seconds. All right, looks like we are about to open right now. All right, so we are at extreme discount now, extreme premium here. Almost tapped it. We'll see what happens. Okay, perfect. Looks like we might get it. If we close above this range, then I'll move my stop up to here because these are relative equal lows. And when that happens on the, on any time frame, really, those lows are likely to get swept before price reverses. So we'll see. Come on. Come on. All right, so we did reject discount here. Yeah, this one I'm not adding anymore, but on my other account, if we sweep into this area, I'll add. If we don't, then I'm not adding anymore. And we are drawing higher. Okay, well, we swept, we drew into discount here, equilibrium here. I gotta stop saying discount. We swept into equilibrium here, so I just want price to continue drawing higher. And we do have a tiny SMT here at the lows where we swept these lows, and here we didn't. So I'd expect for this this price action to draw higher. And if this one sweeps this low, then I wouldn't be surprised. I just don't want this one to sweep this low, because then that would make me wrong on my trade idea. Okay, well, we're not drawing higher, well, as aggressively as I would have liked. But again, it just opened, so we might still do so. And yeah, so if I had been in multiple contracts, I would have been out here already. Uh, yeah, I would have been out on most here. But again, unfortunately, I didn't get that the entry that I wanted. I probably should have. I probably did. Actually did, but instead I just, I was impulsive and just clicked the buy order. I market it in, and looks like we are getting that move. So just waiting to see where the 5 minute closes. Again, I want to see price close above this area as soon as the 5 minutes over. Once that happens, I'll move my stop up. And it looks like we might get that sweep. Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna sell one at the high, 75, and the other one I'm gonna sell at 50, 90. Where's the 4 minute? 5, 95, 15 on the other account. Okay, 15 more seconds. All right. Okay, so we got the close above. So now I'm moving my stop up. And so NQ does have a setup here at this inverse, but it's not like I want to get in. I want to see what price does here. But again, this is the one I'm interested in. That's just a few more points. Jeez, it's very nerve-wracking when you only have one contract. But so now I'm only risking 2 points. Yeah. So if price comes all the way down here, I don't expect it to. I don't expect it to trade below this area here. As it stands, it looks like we're just generating liquidity to the highs with these lows not getting broken. Yeah, this is an inverse. This would be technically a setup for me to get long, but I like this one better. Let's take a look at the 1 minute, see what it's doing there. Okay, 120 days, that's fine. Yeah, it does look like we're just generating liquidity on both sides. It has to happen because otherwise, if it doesn't happen by 10:10, if it doesn't happen and price is still consolidating, then I'm just going to cut the trade wherever it's at because price is anticipating the news reaction with Jay Powell at 12:30. So that's what it might do. And the closer it gets to the news and it doesn't do anything, then my odds are lower. So let's just keep watching. We are leaving a tiny gap on the 1 minute on ES. So we'll see what happens. This is the tiny gap I'm talking about here and here. Yeah, I would like for this breaker now to hold. Actually, this one right here. This one. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of traders got long here. Actually, let's take a look at what's her name. She's a good trader. Here she is. Let's see if she's long. No, she's not. Tanja Trades, that's her name. I don't follow her. I just like to see if after the fact, after the macros are over, I do like to view a couple other traders to see if they had the same idea as I did, and she doesn't. It looks like she's trying to short, or it looks like she's trying to get long. I don't know, but she doesn't have an entry or anything. Just a little longer. And it looks like I'm about to get it right. Come on. Ah. This is the time where you. Okay, got it. All right, all right. So I got my first trade of the week, and it worked out exactly how I wanted it, and I'm completely out now on both accounts. Uh, so I'm happy. I'm happy for the day. So now I'm done trading for the morning session. No other no other opportunities I see after this high was taken. So that objective is met. So now I'm looking at the higher time frame. So let's zoom out here. I so wish I was in more contracts. uh, but yeah, oh man, that sucks. But I love the trade. I like that I saw the SMT along with the structure, the proper structure, and then price ran those highs. So this one, yeah, this one. I I mean, let's take a look. Actually, I didn't look at the lower time frame. There is something but I don't like this setup actually. Yeah. But if I would have taken this one, then my buys would have been here because you do have a tiny gap with a stop down here. Yeah, this would have been my entry if I had zoomed into. What time did I get in on this one? Yeah, she didn't take that. Um, there we go here, and I entered here. So let's take a look here. Okay, so right before the open, right here. Yeah, so I probably most likely would have entered this. Um, and darn, I wish I was in more contracts. Uh, kind of hurts. Yep, yep, definitely hurts. All right, so I'm gonna stay away from it. Let me just take a picture from my records. So this is a market make or buy model on the 1 minute. You have terminus. You have first stage. Yeah, yeah, it definitely is the entry. Yeah. All right. So next time I will try to get done by 15 after to see if I can get into more contracts. So yeah, this is the 9:30 Judas swing. So now price is probably not going to do anything until the macro. So let's go ahead and disconnect from data. All right. Perfect. All right. Yeah, I'm happy. All right. What a great way to start the week. Uh, so now just seeing what price does really. We can take this out. Now I'm wishing I would have taken out at the 400 one. uh, but yeah, great way to start the week. Every point is $50 on ES, and on NQ every point is $20. So you do the math. All right, let's take a look. All right, there you go. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at what I saw and why I took the trade. Um, okay, so this high were swept by this high and this low. So this is the dealing range. If you're expecting price to draw higher, if your bias is bullish, then this is the type of setup you would want to see on the 15 minute on the higher time frame, whether it's the 15-minute or the 1 hour. Soon as I saw this, I didn't even look at the 5 minute. I went straight to the 1 minute because if you're trading on the 15-minute higher time frame, then the 1 minute is the one to look at. If you're looking at the 1 hour time frame, then the 5 minutes to look at. So at this point, I noticed that there's SMT between this low and this low on ES and NQ, where ES did not take that low, but NQ did. Then I see a breaker, or as many would call a unicorn. They're not rare. You see them on every time frame, but not on every day. And when you do see those, as long as you are correct on the bias, then they're very lucrative, um, types of trades. I also see an inverse as well as a as a gap, inverse gap as well as a gap. Price trades into that, draws higher, does not take out these highs. Okay, so that means it did not liquidate these highs yet. So if price is really looking to liquidate these highs, then price is likely to respect these lows, and that's why I put my stop here. Moved my stop as soon as price closed above here. Moved my stop up to here, and then the rest swept. So that's the trade for today. Again, I'm not taking a trade in the morning session. I'm taking it in the afternoon session. So around 13:30. By that time, price should should be structured enough for me to be interested. And if I don't see no structure, then I'm not looking to take the trade. But yeah, that's it for today. I don't know what the 10 o'clock macro will look like. Actually, wow, it is displacing lower. I'm watching another YouTube channel to see what she's doing. Uh, she definitely did not catch that trade. But actually, last week she did catch that long on Friday. I was so pissed too because, man, I definitely messed that up by not having the correct pivots on that. Because if I had seen that, man, I would have able. Actually, at that time, I was streaming, and we did see the setup, but I was looking for a short instead of a long. Same thing here happened here. Sweep, sweep, gap, gap, move higher. Not necessarily in the 1 minute, but as soon as you see this gap, you get in, because as soon as this candle closed above this candle, or I'm not even looking for price to close above this candle. I'm looking for price to close above this open here. And as soon as price does that, you hit those buys at this gap, and then you draw higher. Same setup here. Sweep, sweep, down move, closes above. You get in here. You close above this sweep. And I actually did see this, and I was so close to taking it, but I decided not to, because as soon as that happened, look what happened down here. Price came down and held within this range, and this just so happens to be a 1 hour gap. So you look at the higher time frame to come up with a bias so that you can trade in the correct bias, in the correct direction of the market. So we are getting displacement, but I'm not looking to take that because we are so close to that. So we'll see. Yeah, this is the 1 minute. I'm gonna stop looking at that channel because it'll cause me to want to get in. Um, so we'll see. But again, I'm happy with this one. But yeah, that's it for today, and I'll see you tomorrow.